Located at the entrance of the Dardanelles, the city of Troy was one of the most important trade centers of the ancient Mediterranean. Rich and strategically placed, it became the stage for a legendary conflict where myth and history intertwined. During a great feast on Mount Olympus, the goddess of discord, Eris, was not invited. Angered, she threw a golden apple onto the table, inscribed with the words, "To the fairest." This act would ignite the spark of the Trojan War. 3 goddesses claimed the apple: Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite. The Trojan prince Paris was chosen to decide. He awarded the apple to Aphrodite, who promised him eternal love and the most beautiful woman in the world. With Aphrodite's aid, Paris traveled to Sparta, where he met Helen, the wife of King Menelaus. They fell in love, setting in motion a chain of events that would plunge nations into war. Paris abducted Helen and brought her to Troy. Outraged, Menelaus swore vengeance. His call for help united the kings of Greece against Troy. Under the command of Agamemnon, a fleet of 1,000 ships was prepared. Legendary heroes such as Odysseus, Achilles, and Ajax joined the campaign. Their mission: to break Troy's mighty walls. The Greeks landed on the shores of Troy, and the war began. The city's high walls shielded it from immediate defeat, while both armies engaged in brutal battles. The war was not fought by mortals alone. The Olympian gods chose sides. Athena and Hera supported the Greeks, while Apollo and Aphrodite aided the Trojans. Hector, Troy's greatest warrior, became the beacon of hope for his people. He won many victories, driving back the Greeks and saving his city time and again. Achilles, the invincible Greek warrior, entered the battlefield clad in the sacred armor given to him by his mother, Thetis. His presence lifted the Greek army's morale. When Achilles refused to fight, his close friend Patroclus donned his armor and led the Greeks into battle. Fighting bravely, Patroclus pushed the Trojans back toward their walls. Yet Hector confronted Patroclus and struck him down. The loss of his beloved friend filled Achilles with uncontrollable rage, shifting the course of the war. To avenge Patroclus, Achilles armed himself with new armor forged by the god Hephaestus. His only purpose now was to find Hector and take his life. Before the gates of Troy, the 2 greatest warriors faced each other. In a fierce duel, Achilles slew Hector, leaving Troy without its strongest defender. King Priam, risking his life, entered Achilles' tent to beg for his son's body. Moved by the old king's bravery, Achilles returned Hector's body, so the Trojans could mourn their fallen hero. The war dragged on for years. Neither the Greeks could breach Troy's walls, nor the Trojans drive out their enemy completely. Odysseus devised a cunning strategy to end the war. A massive wooden horse would be built, hiding Greek warriors inside. This ruse would become one of the most famous tricks in history. The Greeks pretended to retreat, leaving behind only the great wooden horse. Believing it to be a divine gift, the Trojans pulled the horse into their city. At midnight, Greek warriors emerged from the horse. They opened the gates, allowing the hidden army to pour in. Troy was set ablaze, its people slaughtered or enslaved, and the once great city fell in ruins. The Trojan War was not just the destruction of a city, but an immortal tale of heroism, love, and betrayal. Today, the ruins of ancient Troy still stand in Sanakhale, reminding us of a story that shaped human imagination for millennia.
Subscribe for more forgotten battles.